Hi there, my name is Chas Everitt. In 1980, this company was created with purpose by Charles and Tilly Everitt. How amazing it was that a man had a dream to create a company that was designed for the benefit of the consumers, and the relationships that it would create over years would build this company into one of the best organizations South Africa has ever seen.
We decided from the beginning that we'll build our business on strong values.
It started with a man and a woman with a dream. But before I tell you about the inception of this company, I must tell you how this company was actually formed. And in doing so, I must give you a little bit of the insight into the founders. Chas Everitt, or Charles Somerset Everitt as he was known, came from South America as an American boy, South African dad who had worked on the oil fields of Caracas as the treasurer for Standard Oil of New York, and his wife Aura, and 2 children, eventually 3. They moved to South Africa, and over the years, Chas Everitt developed his skills not only in the area of sales and marketing with Lever Brothers, but eventually became one of the top executives for Sterling Winthrop, an American multinational company. My mom being a true South African, and my dad over the years had become a true South African as well. After taking his retirement from Sterling Winthrop, it was at that stage that I, as a 14-year-old boy, said to my dad, "Father, are you not looking in the wrong side of the boat for the fish that you want to catch?" And he said, "What do you mean, Barry?" And I said, "Well, I've met this friend of mine at school. His father was a master builder. You know all about marketing and sales. Why don't you and he get together and create a company where he can build houses and you can sell them?" I set up the meeting and a business was born. A&E Chas Everitt Estates. The A stood for Arts and the E stood for Everitt. My dad was the operator and the front man, and the company went from strength to strength as Charles built relationships with his clients, as he has done and as Chas Everitt continues to do today. Over the years, Charles acquired a couple of additional agents, and one particularly memorable one, a lady by the name of Mavis Brown, who ended up becoming one of the key components and key pillars of this organization for the next 20 years. My mom was also at my dad's right hand, and I and my brothers were the schleppers who carried around the boards on the weekend, knocking up show boards and delivering pamphlets and competing against some very entrenched national players. With grit and determination, the market share grew, more agents joined, more agents were trained in the philosophies of Chas Everitt, and the fact that Chas Everitt was not just a transaction selling company, but a company that provided solutions, and over the years was able to pivot through many recessions. In 1997, I made a choice to confront my father with an opportunity to restructure how the company should look. Being a man who had built this company over the last 17 years, he resisted. But after good debate, he said to me, "Barry, if you want to do what you are envisaging, why don't you buy this company from me?" We negotiated terms, and in December 1997, I had reached an agreement and we had expedited the transaction, and I was the proud owner of Chas Everitt Estates. I changed the name in 2000 to Chas Everitt International Property Group, with the vision and the foresight of what I believed would need to be. Chas Everitt International Property Group, today as it stands, through its relationships with its affiliate company, leading real estate companies of the world, and Luxury Portfolio International, is now represented across 72 countries and is the finest luxury marketing toolkit for our luxury clients. As a forward-thinking leader in the organization, my father remained as the chairman of the group for a number of years after the acquisition. And by 2003, we had set up a separate administration company was ably led by Zelda Lombard, who's been one of our pillars over the years. And I had met Barry Davies. Barry Davies and I had decided to open up our first franchises in the Cape, of which our company owned the first. We restructured the group to have multiple franchises across many areas to be able to deliver a common set of values and a common set of services. We centralized the technology, the training, and the franchise leadership structure and strategy. Maria de Villiers came into the fray as a highly qualified educator and real estate professional and a professional valuer. And as we added great leadership to our organization and this flat structure, which was there to serve not only our franchisees, but the agents that interact with our customers each and every day, this company went from strength to strength. God has always been at the forefront of this organization, and it was with that in mind that we could take on any challenge with the belief system and the faith of knowing that the purpose of this organization was one that would enhance lives of every person that came in contact with our brand. Chas Everitt International Property Group has grown from strength to strength. Our culture has been built day by day, not by the founders of this organization only, but by each person that joined this company as an agent or an admin person or one of the ladies that serve our refreshments to our clients, or our cleaning staff, or the receptionists who are the front line of our calls each and every day. The personal assistants to each one of our agents, and each person in this organization has made this company what it is today and continues to do so. That's why this company has never stood still and has pivoted to become better and better with each difficulty it's faced. In 2015, we started developing strong technology platforms. We had a national footprint of multiple offices and hundreds of agents. Our training programs were recognized over the years as the best practical training and the best training to take people from not just being salespeople, but to being people. October 2019, we broke our best record ever. And in 2020, it was the year of our celebration of 40 years stronger. In February 2020 was our second best month ever in the history of our company. And on March 2020, our country was thrown into COVID-19 lockdown. It was at that time that we took drastic steps to make sure that our staff were safe, that they were cared for, and that they were able to shift very quickly to a technical platform that is easy to use, and we were able to continue with our business and our communication and engagements with one another almost overnight. During the 2 months of lockdown, it was so phenomenal to see how the family stood by one another, how we engaged with one another to encourage one another, how we used their platforms for education and our training academy to deliver uplifting and edifying and psychologically enhancing teachings. We were able to focus on encouraging our clients to keep up their good spirits. And rather than focusing on sales and those issues which were not as important as the human beings that we served or the human beings that were part of our organizations and their personal well-being, with God's grace and with the leadership all aligned with one purpose, to ensure that our customers are always looked after, and in order to do so, our staff and our agents who service the customers were also looked after and safe. And here we are after lockdown, where we have broken the record that we set in October 2019 twice again. I've realized what success is. Success is truly measured by the value you add, and is not about how many houses you sell. I'm just so grateful to be surrounded by this tremendous team.